Hey everybody, it's Al from Good Dirt. Friday afternoon, early May. And first of all, we always talk about us. We're very authentic in what we do. We don't hide anything. We don't play up the props when we're doing a film. So evidence of that is we're just getting into our spring season. Half the light bulbs are working on our lights. Dead leaves are everywhere. It's just a mess. But this is the beginning of our spring season and getting our yard and our decks ready for the summertime. It's a fun transition time. But what I want to talk about today are these sansevierias, starfish variety that we scored recently. And this is how we bought them in these two pots here. And I can tell by the way these pots are misshaped, these are ready to be repotted. If the plants have not filled it out, sansevierias love to be popped down. So let them get popped down before you try to transplant them into a larger container. So I have no idea what we're going to find when we try to take this out of the pot. I have my handy box cutter here in case we need to actually cut the pot off. It depends on how root bound they are. So let's give it a shot. And we've got a container here that we're going to try to get these repotted into. And so part of the design process here, first of all, I love the sculptural aspects of this plant. It's very unusual. Same with this container. It's upright, cylinder shaped, and this cobalt blue color along with the green of the sansevieria I think looks fantastic. And it just kind of continues that cylinder look and effect in the landscape. So let's get into it, see what happens here. So don't be afraid. Sansevierias are very tough. They like to dry out between waterings. Do not overwater because they can rot at the base. So I'm knock the container a little bit. And actually this one's coming off fairly easy. So like I said, authentic, off to the side yard. So looking at the root zone here, it's not root bound to the point that it's desperately needing to be repotted. So what I am going to do is remove some of the existing soil here, start exposing the roots. And if it was very root bound tight, I would probably be taking the knife and cutting off these babies on the side. But since it's not severely pot bound, I'm going to go ahead and pot this the way it is. So I'm going to set this one here for now. So the container in here, I've pre-filled it with the Good Dirt potting mix. I did not put any gravel in the bottom of the container. I am not a believer of gravel in pots. It actually hurts the drainage capacity of the container. If you're using a mix that is well drained and you're getting that airflow and drainage all the way to the bottom, and if you have a hole in the bottom of the pot, gravel is not necessary. So a little bit more in here. Set it down. Now let's see what we have with this one here. Right. Okay, very similar. So I'm going to take some of this soil off. I'm noticing there is a lot of a pre-released, slow release rather, plant food that was applied at the commercial grower in the production stage. These little blue prills. So that's a sign that is it a petroleum-based plant food, which we're not really fond of because you get the salt buildup in your soils.
Can you show those blue things again?
Yeah, let's see if we can find one here.
We don't want petroleum-based.
I'm sure
anything.
you all have seen this. Do you see the little blue
Yep,
prill?
we
That's
see it.
Yep.
It's yuck.
So now when I separated this one, this side here became loose. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the soil all the way. This is what we have. And you know, it's got a pretty decent root system, but not really what we want completely. So what I am going to do is take my knife. I'm going to go down and clip that root off. So now we'll start with this fan here. And let's look at how we want to get this placed. I'm going to set it right there. This way here.
Oh, it's looking so good.
And then I'm going to come in with this one off to the side. So when we plant this, it's going to be very symmetrically placed in the container. Through the summertime, this will fill in. And I'm really excited about seeing the finished product here. So I'll let you go now, but we'll finish. You want me to finish planting this now, Susie?
Yeah, let's
All right,
pot
let's
it.
go for it. All right. Okay.
I want to see it.
All right. So I'm gonna start working the soil in. Good dirt
Let's make
potting
them
mix.
work, y'all. Let's make Al do his job.
And don't worry about making a mess, and don't worry about the soil getting down in the crown of the plant at this point. I'm just getting some in here so I can start working it around the root system. And then also when I water it in, any of the soil mix that's in the crown of the plant is going to settle down around the roots. So, keep working this in. You know, think about sunlight on sansevierias. Again, they're tough plants, but what they like the most, like again on our deck area here, we get great early morning sun. Then as the day goes on, the sun moves towards the other side of the house. It becomes filtered sun, and then by the end of the day, it's in a fully shaded situation. So it's perfect for our sansevieria.
Oh, it's looking so good, Al. I love it. I love how they are spiking up from this nice large container. Will they grow more?
Yeah, so they will keep putting out the little pups off to the side, and with age they will completely fill in, and at some point it will get so dense in this container we will need to lift this out, cut it into thirds, maybe replant 3 divisions, take the extras and put them in other new pots.
But will they grow taller?
Not really.
Okay.
They'll just fill in more with more of the spikes.
That is very lovely. Susie here, by the way. Hey guys, just in case. I like to just intervene here and there. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. And you guys have asked for more plant care and potting tips, so that's what we're doing.